Now I'm going to begin this video with a very strange anomaly. And this entire point of this video is that we are going to dissect the sanity of Gregory Lebo Murray. And just this one video that we have, and trying to understand the situation this little family is in and is still in. Now, when we are looking at this crazed man that's packing weaponry and screaming like a lunatic and going back and forth, it needs to be said this guy should probably be locked up in a mental institution. He doesn't look sane. But let's look at this and let's dissect it, because a lot was said. Things were said that majorly would affect a major ministry, and we need to get to the bottom of everything. So let's take a look at this. Now, this is funny because in this video, there is this crazy Greg is talking about a Drew. And a Drew who had pictures on his phone, or they had pictures of the phone, or they had seen a sexual relation go on between a minor, is what they claim. Now, before this even begins, I want to go over just a couple of things. One of them is that the family involved in this, in all of this, is a very, very good family. They are super good. They are very nice. They have been raked over the coals. And I believe, and I will put this on the record with everything that I have, that I believe that they are Yah-loving, fully charged people that are in love with our Creator, in love with His Torah, in love with His words, in love with His people. And they took abuse for 3 months, and one of the families was extracted last night. Thank Yah. Thank Yah. One family, the single mother and her children are still there with crazy Greg Lebo Murray at the helm. Now, we should dissect this, and we need to look at this transcript, because this is very important. We don't need to hide things. We need to have everything come to light. And we need to look at all of this. So let's dissect this and let's see what exactly is being said. Before we go too far into this part, who's filming this is a brother named Brother Aaron. Extremely good gentleman. These people have the patience of Job. They have the Torah in their hearts, minds, and souls. And there would never, ever be a question if these people were ever doing wrong, because they wouldn't be. And so Brother Aaron is from what I can tell when I've talked to him, is very calm, very humble, not real boisterous. And he's filming this, right? He's being abused. The trailer that they're coming out of was purchased on stolen funds of the HalleluYAH Scriptures. When Brother Aaron got there, the HalleluYAH Scriptures bought the trailer, and they put him in there. I think it's $15,000, $16,000. It was stolen money, more stuff they stole, right? So as we get into this, I believe this incident is right after Greg Lebo Murray and another brother tried to break in a bathroom with a crowbar, with the sister, with one of the other families, the mother, washing her clothes in the sink. And because the door was locked, they decided they were going to break in. This incident, I believe, is right after that. Let's read this and see what exactly they say.
Child and Social Services be here. I'm calling them in. The children here are not being schooled at all.
All right, so the first thing this guy completely goes off on, in almost an illiterate tone, which I find extremely ironic. He's talking about people in their education. Like, this guy's like some sort of a snitch, right? When you look at this from a biblical standpoint, there is zero precedent to ever send your kids to a government indoctrinated school. There's no precedent to ever send your kid to a school like this, ever. It's It's not part of the Torah. It's not part of it. We should teach our kids. Everything should be taught from home. That's the way it should be. So this guy is doing what the Hallelujah Scriptures always does, and they go in and they try to call CPS on these people. If you look at the story of Tracy and Lance from way back in the day that you can find on the Messianic Hall of Shame, Deborah Wessel, I'm done calling her Shalom. She's an anti-Christ. She's an anti-Shalom. She went and called CPS on this family and had them their lives ruined for over a year. These people are still in shock and basically in hiding from Deborah Wessel. Let's continue on.
There's mental disabilities here. You know that, baby. There's mental disabilities.
So this guy, he goes, there's mental disabilities here. You know that, baby. There's mental disabilities with the children. Now, when he says baby, he's talking to his criminal wife, Danny, right? These people are the ones who have the bank account in their names, and they have over $400,000 in it, and they are in compliance with and actually allowing Deborah Weiss to run her operation. They get their bills paid off as well. They are in on this grift. They need to be arrested. This is all out in the open. We can link all of this to them stealing money as well from all of these accounts. And still, there are no orphans, widows, or lepers. We've never had that. So we have this guy and he goes, there's mental disabilities here. You know that, baby. There's mental disabilities here with the children. Who gives a rip if there's mental disabilities, even if there was? What man of our Creator would ever say something like this about somebody else's children? The audacity of this man. This guy is a psychopath. He's raging on the phone to his wife, who is probably just cheering him on, and he's sitting here threatening a very humble, gentle guy. This is nuts. Let's go on.
He's here with the children, and so I want them to be called in and to be taken. And I'm dead serious.
Okay, so he says he wants them to be called in. So he wants this. Basically, he's talking about the Child Protective Services, right? He wants them to be called in and to be taken. So this supposed man of Yah, or the person who runs along with Deborah Weiss, the Hallelujah Scriptures, just came in and tried to get a family's children taken. Can you imagine that? Imagine that if you did have a child with disabilities and some person came in after you had just slaved for 3 months straight, shipping Bibles out for almost nothing, getting ripped off by Deborah Weiss the entire way, and this guy comes, right? This is insane. Wow. This is why I say these guys have the patience of Job. I would have snapped this guy right in half. There's absolute, if this dude would have started talking smack like this, there's nothing I could have done to prevent myself from hurting him. There's nothing I could have done. I couldn't have done it. These people are warriors, guys, and this is why we need to help them with the GoFundMe. They put up with this kind of stuff, and this is the heart, mind, and soul of the Hallelujah Scriptures. Let's go continue on.
I own that camper, and I own that truck. That camper's leaving today.
Okay, so this is what he did the night before, after he and his buddies had a bunch of booze and were slamming doors and just keeping the family up all night. The second family, it was a big argument. They fought and he ended up in a tent, right? He slept one night in the tent. He got ticked off, came in the next day with his buddy and his crowbar, blasted through the door, then came out, and he just took, this is all on Shabbat, guys. He just took this family's camper away because he's so ticked off. I'm taking this, I'm taking that. This is what he said. That camper, and I own that truck, and that center's leaving. I think the camper's leaving is what it says. Empty it, okay? All right, Mr. Aaron.
Empty it. Okay, and so Mr. Aaron, hear me? I bought it last night on the camper and the truck.
So Deborah Weiss decided that it was okay to put a family with a special needs child out in the cold. And this is how, guys, you expect me to, or anyone else to believe this woman, Deborah Weiss, actually has orphans, widows, or lepers? When she has people that do this, and she has a bank account with $400,000 and $800,000 worth of stolen properties? Come on, guys. Come on. Look at this. So this guy says, Crazy Greg, I bought it last night on the camper and the truck. All right, let's keep going.
I don't have them.
Get them.
The title is probably in Shreveport.
And by the way, tag on that truck is dead. There's no insurance on that truck. You are illegal. You cannot leave that on that lease property.
So this dude, is he sitting here raging? First he kicks the family out. Then he tells them their truck is illegal and they're not about to be able to drive it. And he's... Do you guys see the mental abuse that this little family just took in this one incident? And I will tell you, folks, there are a lot of incidents. This woman that is there right now, the sister, the single mother and her family, 5 of them are in grave danger. And all that Deborah Weiss came in was to a show of force. And this is the same show of force that I have interviewed people for the last 13 years that they have done, and they have done it and wield their power. They like to sue everybody. They like to come and kick you. They like to bring their thugs. Every single person that has encountered them is scared of them because of people like this. These are called thugs, my friends. These are called evil demons. These are called demons that have encroached into human form and have taken over the word of our Creator, and they've restricted it for years. And Yah's done with this.
And legal truck. I'm calling you and I'm turning you in to the Columbia County Sheriff's Office.
So not only is he just tried to make this guy homeless, then he was telling his wife he wants CPS called, come take away the kids. Then he's going to turn this guy into the the Columbia County Sheriff's Office. Now, what's funny is later in this day, I believe this was the same day that this guy rages right here. After he's done with this incident, he goes and calls the cops. The cops come, and it's all one-sided, I believe. Now, when I got wind of this little family being terrorized by this maniac, I got on the phone to this Columbia Sheriff's Department, and I let them know there is a madman with a gun, that this family is terrorized and they need to get out there ASAP and figure out what in the world is going on, because I am very concerned about this family. So all this tough guy talk, right? This dude right here, 5 hours from now, he's on his hands and knees with his hands in the air, bawling like a baby because they just came and they shut him down. This is what happens to bullies, guys. This is what happens when the hand of Yah is there and he's just punishing and spanking people that are just very evil. These people are evil. Let's continue on.
Not around on that road. You're illegal. You have no insurance. You have no insurance, and you're illegal. Your tag is dead.
I'm still good for 10 days.
Your tag is dead. Tag's dead. Tag's dead, sir.
This guy should be in a mental institution. Guys, this is not the actions of somebody sane, right? These are the actions of a crazy person. It's dead. It's dead. It's dead. I'm sorry. This is a dire situation, but look at how crazy this guy is.
November 22. November 22, that tag is dead. I'm an officer. I pulled you over. No insurance. You're going to jail. No insurance. You go to jail.
I don't believe that either. I think he's lying there too. This guy, okay, now before we get into the kind of meat and potatoes of what is really in this, besides this guy's a psychopath, is what he's about to say. First and foremost, this man is a liar. He's complicit with great evil. He has been caught lying over and over and over and over. He's a serial liar. He and Deborah and all of these people, they're allowing this to go on and that are part of this and making their money and living a life on this. They're about to say, they're known liars. So everything they're about to say, I don't believe at all. But we need to look at it and let's see what this demon is spewing.
This was
That's
the
a
last
law.
bit
That's
of
a
it.
law in Arkansas. Law in every state.
Please state your name.
Every state.
Hey, please state your name and who you're here with. Greg Murray.
I bought it legal last night. Funds transfer last night. I own that.
I think he just dropped the F-bomb. We can't tell exactly what he said. But he's like, I bought and did the transfer last night. He did. So whatever this psychopath woke up in the morning out of his tent, this little half beta male, He's going wild, right? This guy's nuts.
I need Bibles too. I bought them too. I don't know everybody in here. I don't know.
So he says right there at the end, he bought every Bible in there. Okay, that's another lie. Absolutely lie. Number one, the donations bought all these Bibles. You can track that. We can show that. The orphans, widows, and lepers that don't exist bought the Bibles. The Bibles are just the means to Deborah Weiss making a tremendous amount of money. So this crazy dude just says he bought all the Bibles. Now, if that were true, even if they bought them for their cost, which is a little under $7 a pop, he wouldn't have that kind of money. This guy's a chump. I've investigated him. I know where he lives and his family lives. This dude is just some bully riding around with a gun, and his buddies are threatening to sue me. Lawsuit incoming. Like I told this other dude, bring it on, son.
Oh, you own the scriptures?
Yes, sir. I own them. Yes, sir. Legal. Hey, yes, ma'am. So I'm gonna say yes, ma'am. So I'm gonna say yes. I own them.
Dude, this guy's crazy. Sir, legally, yes, ma'am, said this. Man, someone said yes. This guy's, I think he's getting ready to call the cops, or he's still talking to his criminal wife, Danette. This is crazy.
I own everybody in this place. You hear this? I own everybody here. And yes, sir, they belong to me. They have been transferred to my name. You understand me? To my name.
Okay.
And they're leaving with me. You get it?
Okay.
They're leaving right now.
Guys, again, this is why these families need to be funded. For 13 years, a lot of Torah keepers have tried to fund the orphans, widows, and lepers and spent thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars on this. All I'm asking for right now is that we fund this little family and we save this little family. It's not a lot of money. If we all chip in a couple of bucks here and there, we can do this, guys. Please help us make a stand against these psychopaths. When we make a stand and save these two families, then we're making a stand against this evil and this crazy, crazy production.
Now, get it? I don't care.
Okay,
you
just
lock
don't.
me out, we're gone. You're gone. All of you. I'm dead serious, dude. I'm calling the cops in right now. DSS is coming. I already know about all that stuff. I got you on picture in adultery. Your wife was sleeping in here last time?
Okay, now this is very interesting because, guys, if there's a district attorney out there or a prosecutor that is ever watching these videos, which I hope they are very, very soon, what this man about admits to, number one, he's lying. But if he wasn't lying, he admits that he has pictures of underage girls on his phone and that he saw this act go on and he did nothing about it. Is that child endangerment? Is this guy, did he just admit to his own felony? Let's continue on. And he goes, I got you on picture and adultery. I don't know, the transcripts is jacked up. Your wife was sleeping in here last time.
Drew, watch you running that woods. That little girl. I got you on.
There he is. There's Drew. There's Drew, buddy. Hey, Drew. I see you. Thanks for your lawsuit. Go ahead. Bring it. You have no idea who you're dealing with, son. Okay, so, Drew, you're running in the woods. That little girl, I got your own pictures. So this guy has pictures of a felony that is going on? He just admitted to a felony, my friends.
Picture on camera. You're going to be all over YouTube, brother.
What the hell are you talking about?
So, yeah, exactly. Aaron says it right. What the beep are you talking about? And, like I said, this guy has the patience of Job. This guy is amongst a raging lunatic. And sometimes I wouldn't be able to deal with it.
Exactly. Your wife was in here. You was called. That little girl, I got you on camera. Little girl. You was called. Your wife laying in here. You was called. Flirting with a woman.
He says flirting with a woman in the woods, but then later he calls it like pedophilia or something. So hold on here.
In the woods. She was on your back.
I would like to see you prove evidence of that because I wasn't even in there.
She was on his back. Or is they playing like chicken or something? I mean, this is insane. You could tell this guy is absolutely lying. And his buddy Drew needs to be arrested as well. Because if Drew has pictures or Drew has any of this, they need to be arrested.
It was yesterday.
Drew seen it too, sir. And Drew seen it too. We got you. We got you, bro. Hello, coming to, buddy. The FBI is coming through with a pedophile. Right over there in Missouri. Get it? They're coming down on this. Child trafficking is going on right there. You get it? I've been investigating this for a long time.
Calm down. You do not look good right now.
I've been investigating this for a long time, son. I know the child trafficking going on through Vineyard, and they're going down.
Okay. Now, here's the gig. Is I do not believe at all, one bit, any iota, that any of this is true. This is a demon doing what demons do, lying, and trying to bust a real ministry. The one thing the demons do not want is a real ministry, right? So what is one way that you can harm a thing? Well, you can say, well, they're running child trafficking. I will say without a shadow of a doubt that everybody that I have seen and encountered from Parable of Vineyard has kids. They love their kids. They love our Father, and they would have nothing to do with this at all. So this Greg has absolutely popped some sort of gasket and is lying out of his track, right? And before the Parable of Vineyard guy ever got to this location, and he was the one who extracted this family yesterday. He extracted them in the middle of the night and saved the day. I haven't dealt with him very much, but when I have dealt with him now, he looks like an extremely godly gentleman. He seems like he is extremely well fitted for the position and what he is doing, and my blessings and my consent for every bit of his ministry are there. I haven't subbed to Adam. I haven't ever watched anything. I don't sub to any Torah channels at all, anything. But I actually will probably sub to him now because I know he's legit, and I know this guy's lying. And I think it's a shame that what this guy is doing and is trying to hurt this little family, and it's insane. Let's continue on.
Wow, really? Hey. Bearing false witnesses against Torah.
Aaron calls it exactly right. Bearing false witnesses against Torah. What does this guy do? Ha ha. Right? That's like a demon. Guys, this is a demon.
And they're going down.
Yeah. Listen.
Wow. Really? Hey. Bearing false witnesses against Torah.
And he goes, ha ha. Ha! And then he continues on. Guys, if that isn't a demon in the flesh, I don't know what is. This is evil.
Police here, they're not bearing false witness, son.
It's not bearing false witness, son. Yeah, then he goes, bring the state police here, which again is very ironic because yesterday when this little family, and let's go over real quick, hold on. Now, yesterday, when this was going down, I had a sick feeling in my stomach. I had a sick feeling in my stomach, and I did not even know anything that was happening, that they had broken in with a crowbar or anything of that prior. I just had this bad feeling about all of this. And when you know crazy people, you could tell when they're nuts. And there's lots of other videos and evidence that are going to be coming out on this whole thing. But these two families literally risk their lives right now to ship the word of our Creator out. They put everything they had on the line. And as you can see, they just got tossed to the curb. They got thrown under the bus. And, what are the people of Yah doing? Are we as a collective going to shut these people down? I would hope that there are a lot of you that call the DA of Arkansas, call the DA of New Jersey. I'm going to be doing the same. I'm going to be calling the FBI. I'm getting my case file together because now that I finally have everything that I need, I have enough evidence, blowing case evidence to blow this out the door, that there's $1 million right now, my friends, in donations and things that I can get back from these criminals to the people of our Creator, right? It's not going to be what Torah recommends, and we're not going to get 5 times back. We're not getting time and a half back, but we can get $1 million back. And for those who think the HalleluYAH scriptures, this great translation is going to go away, it's not going to go away. There's projects on right now that we are bringing this thing to life in a way that it has never been brought to life before, and you will have another book in your hands inside of a year that looks just like what you have, exactly identical, word for word, except the cover will be changed, and it will never ever really truly be sold. And then it'll be delivered to every beach, to every country, to every place that has a book printing press, and they can have a file, and they can put it in this, and they can ship locally. If they want books, they don't have to pay for shipping. They don't have to do any of this. Find a book printing press that is in every country and give this out free. It's going to be on WordPress. It's going to be on the web. It's going to be on an application, y'all willing. It's going to be everywhere. So understand that supporting a criminal organization that has been outed, that is a criminal organization that is allowing bad things to happen on the backs of Yah's people and then hurting the people of Yah in a thug way, is this what we are willing to do? Is this what the people of Yah are willing to do? My friends, please, if you can help this family, one of the families needs the bus. I've talked about this bus before, and it's very, very important. It's a little family. They can begin their schooly lives and have a little bus that they're not out in the streets. It's like $4,500 if they get a good deal, hopefully. That's why I'm trying. Half of this money is going to half of that family. The other half is for the single mother and her 4 kids who are still literally being held hostage because Crazy Greg is right outside their door in this house in Arkansas, and we have yet to hear from that family yet today. Now, I am probably going to have to call in a request to have a community service police officer go do a welfare check, because it's very important that this family is taken care of right now. Guys, if anybody is in Arkansas that can go and stay with a little family for a few days, that would be great. I have no idea how long this guy is going to be here terrorizing this family. She is without internet. They ripped her router out so she has no communications. The cell phones where they are at do not work. There's like one spot in the yard that maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I have text into her. I have calls into her. Her cousin has calls into her. We haven't heard from her yet. The sooner we can get these people a place to go, that's all we're looking for. This little family is beautiful. If anybody deserves some help, it is these family that put themselves and their lives in the way and on the line to do what is right. These people did what most people wouldn't and didn't have the courage to. Our Creator put a team of special force people together, and that included all of them and people for 13 years, and it took 13 years to come to conclusions and figure this out, that it is a full-on scam and there are no orphans, widows, and lepers. This little family has a lot of information, but they are very much in danger. Very much in danger, guys. Please pray for them. If you cannot financially help them out, please pray for them. You know our Father can raise messengers. You know that He will save them. I don't want them to be hurt further than what is already happening. There are a lot of tears flowing, friends. People are being kicked out in the middle of winter. Insane things are happening right now. And evil demons are exposing themselves day after day. Thank you guys for listening to this. Please share it with everyone. People need to see this. The HalleluYAH Scriptures team, everyone there needs to be arrested. They all need to be taken in. The books need to be seized. The money needs to be seized. The property needs to be seized. And it needs to be redistributed to the people who they stole it from. I'm out.